YouTube, what's happening? It is Wednesday, August 6th, and we're going to talk about baseball today. We have 15 games on the slate. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's hump day. There are day games. Oh, it's an exciting time. And there's some updates to Outlier I got to tell you about. Oh my God, they made some changes. Oh, buddy. So we're going to talk about these 15 games. Here you see all the pictures. Yeah. Let's go do a little recap real quick how yesterday went. Zebby good. Langoliers is the hottest dude in baseball right now with the bat right now. Story's right there with him. Jose Evaldi was pitched 8 beautiful innings yesterday, just as we expected. Toronto crushed, and then you see the rest there. So Sosa Montgomery, little 2-leg parlay down. That one hit because they both hit home runs. Yeah, beautiful day overall. So I wish I took more than just a half of an HRR, but hey, whatever. Wins are wins. We take those. So if you want the plays typed out for every single sport, or you just want access to the spreadsheet, if I put the spreadsheet on the screen, there we go. Yeah, that thing right there. So you go check out the HQ. Simple as that. But before that, let me show you what Outlier did. I told you they did something crazy. What'd they do? They did it. They find the crazy people did it. They added first inning pitching, first inning information to this first inning. This is going to elevate Nerfies and Yerfies like beyond. And you think that's crazy. Watch, I go to matchups. Look what they added. Bullpen stats. Oh, they heard the complaints. So we're going to see bullpen stats now before we go to batters. See, it's right there in matchups. Beautiful stuff. Awesome stuff. So love Outlier. Love working with them. So enough of that. We need to do some weather too. Let me hit a refresh. Let me do the weather real quick, and then we'll get on to the first game. So let's see if anything's crazy in the weather today. Nothing for Pittsburgh. Nothing for Philly. Detroit's chill. New York's chill. Wind blowing at 9. Yeah, still kind of chill. Wrigley in at 8. Chicago 96 in Colorado. Damn. Wind blowing out 6. Okay, over potentially. Toronto might score 15 more runs today. Angels, yep. Dodgers, yep. There's no rain issues today, thankfully. So it's a nice chill. This is the most rain. It's Atlanta again. So yeah, there's no real issue. So exciting times. We got to get to it. We got 15 games to the first game right now. All right, first game on the slate is going to be the San Francisco-Pittsburgh game. And currently we got San Fran 145 with an 8 total. Come over here to the spreadsheet, see the numbers. Nothing is really standing out. Not strikeouts, not hits. Pittsburgh's doing kind of decent with hits. So we'll look at like hits allowed by the pitcher for San Fran, which is going to be Robbie Ray versus Andrew Heaney. We want hits allowed for Robbie Ray. Just take a look at that. Other than that, we'll just grab the earned runs and see what they're up to. So looking at Robbie Ray first, 4.2. On the 4-5 with a 106, I don't like that. I'm not loving that at all. So yeah, that's not a play. Anyway, Heaney, his earned runs are sitting at 2.8. Robbie Ray's earned runs are sitting at 2.2. So yeah, I see we have the first inning stuff we already showed earlier. I'm not going to go into that too deep unless I'm actually going to be looking at a Nerfy or if I'm looking at bullpen specific. So that's all there for you. You got to go check out Outlier. You get a free week. Click the link in the description there for you. So let's go to the matchups. You can see bullpens. So you'll see it every time I open it because I got to go past it first, but then I come down to batters. And then we'll kind of peek at injuries while we're here too, just to see if there's anybody crazy on here. So nothing weird. So Heaney versus San Fran. First thing I'm seeing is Adames, Chapman, and Flores all have great histories versus dude. Clearly. Other than that, Devers is not. So that's something. Lefties for San Fran, Pittsburgh versus lefties, and Ray versus Pitt. There are some numbers there. McCutcheon has a home run, but not much to go with it. There is Pittsburgh's bullpen as well, so you'll see it occasionally. I'm not going to highlight it, but you'll see it if you pause the video. So, and then we come over here. I don't love anything here. Let's go to the bats to see if there's anything in this game we're taking so far. We have very little. We have IKF, we have Schmidt, and Jung Ho Lee. IKF is at 3-2 and 2-1 last 10. Yeah, once these zeros go away, dude's going to qualify. I can tell you right now. He's playing a lot better. That was wild. So yeah, give it a couple days. He'll be good. By the weekend, he'll be in the list. Schmidt is at 3 and 2.1 last 10. He needs to get rid of this little gap here before we do anything. And lastly, we got Jung Ho Lee 3-4, 2-3. Jung Ho's about to probably go down because he's about to lose his 4 on his last 10 rolling average. So nothing is really standing out here. So for the first game, there's the sheet. I'm going to pass next. All right, game 2 is going to be Baltimore-Philadelphia. Baltimore obviously didn't win yesterday. Didn't help out at all with the over. So today we have Philly 150 with an 8 total spreadsheet. We see the numbers. Both still top 8 offensively at 5.3. Both still striking out a bunch at 9+. So let's go look at the pitchers to see what we have in that one. Get rid of those two dudes. Change that over to that. And we have Ranger Suarez going up against Trevor Rogers. First thing I'm going to do is grab strikeouts for both pitchers because we want to see how they're doing, because we might want to take a strikeout prop against these two. Because 9+, that's 1 per inning. Trevor Rogers is doing quite well. He's at 6 on a 4-5 with a line of, ooh, okay, prize picks already get you that 137, but you can see the rest are really high. He needs to be a 5-5. Let's alt line that bad boy at a 5-5 and see what we got. A bunch of pluses. I think I could take 5-5, to be honest. It's 6 average, but you can see he's done quite well head to head. It's only 2 times faced him. He didn't do well at all. Oh, okay. All right. Let's go earn runs. Last 2 times he faced, Philly teed off on him. Last 10, he's at 1.2. Last 5, he's at 0.8. Dude's been pitching damn good. Let's go look over here at the other side. I didn't want Rogers again. I want Sanchez. Or Suarez, I mean, not Sanchez. Suarez. Let's open up Suarez to see his strikeouts, see what he's been up to. Ks. 5-6 on a 6-5 is a no. That's not good enough. Earned runs, he's sitting at 2.8. So both pitchers are, well, Trevor Rogers is clearly better statistically overall in the last 5 games. So we give Baltimore the lean there. Bats, they're the same. There's no difference. So let's go to matchups. Bullpen, there's your Philly bullpen. There's your Baltimore bullpen if you want to know that. I'll just do that. How about that? I'll highlight that before I go down. That a fair deal? Cool. Batter stats, Suarez versus Baltimore. We have Adley's got a 400 with a home run and a 1.7, but only 5 at bats. Lefties for Baltimore. There you go. Philly versus lefties. And T. Rogers versus Philly. Do they tee off on this, man? That's the one thing I need to know. Castellanos has 444, basically 4 for 9 with a home run. That's good, I guess. Sosa's got a home run. He's 4 for 5. Outside of that, he's actually done pretty well versus the batters. Huh. I might consider Rogers strikeouts. I really, really might. Phillies at 9.3, but they are usually at 7.6 at home. So let's go look at the bats, see if anybody really stands out. See, okay, bats. We have, oh my God, we have Bader and we have Castellanos again. Well, there's the only one that really stood out for us. Bader is at 1. Oh God, no, it's gonna be Castellanos. 2.8, 2.6. You know, he did show up over here too. So we go back to the matchups and we come on down to the bats again. We go Philly versus Rogers, and we can see Castellanos as 444 with a home run and 1.3. That's about the best you're going to get. And dude is actually raking right now. I think this is the play we have to take. So let's go ahead and take him. Castellanos over 1.5 HR. Let's see who has the best. What are the odds looking like? 117. That is a weird number. I know it's Profit X, but you can see you can get DK if you use normal books or if you use DFS. They're all about the same. So good stuff. Just don't use sleeper. My God, 152. All right, that's why you price shop. I need to make videos on that. So either way, I'll take Castellanos next. All right, game 3 on the slate is going to be Cleveland and New York Mets. Currently, we got Mets 160 with a 7.5 total. We come over to the sheet, we see our numbers. Mets offense is not doing well recently. That's why they're 3-7. They lost 3 in a row. It happens. Cleveland is doing average to a little bit above average, I would say. Neither one's striking out a ton, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's just head over here to the pitchers, get rid of the 2, and change it over to the Mets and see who's going out there. Gavin Williams versus David Peterson. So let's go and just do straight earned runs for both of them since we're not looking at strikeouts. There's no reason to. We only look at strikeouts when they're in the bottom 10. We want a good matchup, and yes, yeah. So unless you're just one of those dudes that strikes out, then we give you a benefit of a doubt. Look. Peterson earned runs is at 1 in the last 5, and then Gavin is at 1.2. So we have a slight lean in Cleveland with pitching. We have a slight lean with Cleveland with like the streaks. We have New York at home, but yeah, pitchers are about the same so far. Let's go look at the matchups. Bullpens, there's your Mets bullpen, there's your Cleveland bullpen. There you go. Let's see, Peterson versus Cleveland, nothing ever. We got Cleveland versus lefties, not good, actually. Look at all the red, and these are like ones. Ooh, outside of like Martinez, Santana. Jose loves lefties. You can tell he's doing good. He couldn't do anything yesterday for us, but hey, we might take him again today. We'll see. And then we got Mets versus righties. They like righties, and Gavin versus Mets. Nothing there. So, and then we'll peek at the injuries because we'll see if anything's happening. Anything of note. That nothing we all already knew about. So cool. So there you go. Let's go over to the bats to see if anything stands out over there too. So boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Yeah. A lot of green. Oh my God, look at all the green. So we have a lot of HRs. We got Nolan Jones. We got Fry. We have Santana, we have Polar Bear, we got Mullins, we got Francisco, and we got Rocchio. Let's see if anyone qualifies, because I'm assuming at least one qualifies, I think, hopefully. 1-8 is already not good enough. Last 10, you're sitting at 1-5. This looks good on a half, actually. If you're taking a half, by all means, play if you want, but I'm not. I'm not liking that today. So I still need my 2+ if I'm taking that. So I don't care which number is. I want 2+. Let's see, 2.7 and 3.2. David Fry is absolutely cooking right now. You can see Fry cooking puns. Get it? Exactly. He's 7 of 10 for this line, my God. And he's plus 140. Why? Why is you so price right? I like that. We'll leave you up there. Santana, last 10, 1-5. Ew, go away. Polar Bear, 4-4 in the last 5, and then 2-3 in the last 10. Once he gets rid of a couple of these, he'll be able to play, but not today. I'm not going to make him play today. Probably tomorrow, if not Friday. Mullins is 2-2 and 2-5. Very consistent. My God, he finally hit a 0, though. So he'll get rid of that. Add a couple, he'll be in the list, too. So you can see how they're doing. Francisco, 3-6 and 2-2. Once he's go away, he'll add more. He'll be fine. And Rocchio, 1-8 is not good enough. Get off my list. So all we have is David Fry. And David Fry might be the play to take. Is that what I want to do today? I mean, Cleveland is 9th in batting average, 263 with 9.3 hits per game. So, and he's the hottest dude on the team right now. So, I mean, last 5, you can see what he's done head to head. He loves facing New York. So yeah, let's take David Fry. Why not? Fry over 1.5 HRR, and we're going for that plus juice, that plus 140. Absolutely. That's beautiful stuff. So plus juice, absolutely. Next. All right, next up we have Detroit in Minnesota. Currently, we have Detroit 130 with a 7.5 total. We come over to the spreadsheet, we can see the numbers, and Detroit is doing a lot better recently than Minnesota is, even though Minnesota won the game yesterday. So ruin my parlay. Thanks a lot, Detroit. 23rd in strikeouts. We might need to look at that for Minnesota from a pitching standpoint. Let's get rid of you two, change you over to the Tigers. Oh, go Tigers. Flaherty's going out there versus, well, Minnesota traded everybby away to the point that they don't even have anybody to throw out there. They're undecided. They're probably going to pick a fan out of the stands for this one and say, hey, go out there and pitch. Can't be any worse than we already got. So I joke. I keyed, obviously. We want Flaherty earned runs because that's the best we can do. And otherwise, because I don't care about strikeouts, Minnesota's 12th. Earned runs at 1.6, pretty good. Matchup. We go bullpen stats. There's your Detroit bullpen. There's your Minnesota bullpen. There you go. Stats come down to Flaherty versus Minnesota. There's a home run for Larnach and 3 at-bats. There's a home run for Vasquez and 3 at-bats. Not much data. Versus righties, there's Minnesota, and then there's this overall Detroit bat for the whole season. And then here comes your injuries. There you go. And don't do that. And then we got this down there too. So yeah, there's your injuries. Good stuff. Let's go back up to the bats. Get rid of Fry. Change this over to the Detroit game and see if there's anything good in here. We have some green. We got Wallner and we got Larnach. We just saw Larnach, so maybe he's good enough to pop up to play. So Wallner's at 2.4 with a 2.1. Looks pretty good, but I mean, I like 2.5 or higher personally. That's just me. That's my personal preference. So you can take it if you want. We're going to look at Larnach, who's at 3 and 1.7. Man, once he's on fire, but once these zeros start going away, I need these two to go away. And just continue to give me a 2 or 3 and you're good. You're so close. So for now, I don't like anything in this one. We don't bend the rules too much unless you're just an absolute stud. So for me personally, we'll go back to the spreadsheet. I don't like anything here, so I'm going to pass. Next. All right, next up is going to be, looks like Cincy and the Cubbies. Currently, we have Cubbies 135 with a 7.5 total. Spreadsheet loaded up. A lot of red for the Cubs. My God, a lot of yellow and red. Or the green. Very little green in this one. So not a good start, is it? Not at all. Let's get rid of, yeah, good changes over here. See who's pitching this one. We got Andrew Abbott going up against Cade Horton. Here's a who. And it's leaning Abbott. You can tell because there's actually green up here. For some things, I think. I could be wrong. Neither team is hitting well or batting well. I don't know what we're going to do here. Let's just grab earned runs and see what the hell's happening, because so far, I don't like this one. Cubs are striking out 27th, I just realized. Uh-oh, 27th, 9.7. That's a lot of strikeouts, Cubs. Let's go look at Abbott strikeouts while we're here. Let's go back over here, swap this around. Abbott strikeouts is at 4. That's it. 2, 1. Are you even a real pitcher? I don't believe you are. I'm a real boy. Earned runs 2.2 average on a 2.5. He's been pretty decent overall. Head to head, how do you do? You shut them down pretty much. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Cade, you were at .8 earned runs. Okay, we have two pretty good pitchers and two pretty bad offenses. Total 8.5, please. 7.5. Maybe. Let's look at some matchups. Bullpen stats for Chicago. For Cincy, come on down to the batters. Horton versus Cincy history. There's nothing there. Righty for Cincy, there's a lot of green, a lot of bid twos, a couple threes, or a three. Chicago versus lefties. There you go. Abbott versus Chicago. There's a couple home runs. Not much data. I am tempted to take the under still because they're combining for 8.3. If you go back to the spreadsheet and take a look, 8.3 overall. Let's go look at if there's any bats in this one before we even jump to those kind of conclusions. And we change this over to the Cubs. And who do we have? Very little options. We have Matt McClain and TJ Fertile. And let's see what they're up to. 2.4 and a 2. Those gaps are zeroed. Aren't good enough for me. Sorry. And TJ's at 2-1 and what was that? 1-8? Ugh, get off my screen. Damn shame. I lean the under. That's the first thing I'm leaning. Hell, these pitchers are so good. Do we dare entice? If these were green, like my Nerfy numbers, if they were green, we would be looking at a Nerfy right now because of how bad everything else is. But this is just kind of a bad game. So 8.3 and a 7.5. If this was 8.5, I'd be under all day. But I can't do 7.5 under, so we're going to pass. Next. All right, next up on the slate is going to be Yankees in Texas. Evaldi pitched that beautiful gem yesterday like we expected. At least what happens today. Today we have 135 for New York with an 8 total. Spreadsheet loaded up, and you can see the red still happening for the Yankees. 5-game losing streak. They're struggling. That's why we took Evaldi so much yesterday, because he's been pitching so well. And yeah, makes sense. Let's go look at the pitchers to see who's going out there today in this one. Change this to Yankees Rangers, and looks like we have Jack Leiter going up against Rodon. Yankees are 24th in strikeouts, so maybe lighter strikeouts. We took him a couple starts ago for strikeouts that he hit for us. We might do that again since he's at home. I do like strikeout props when you're at home. I think I'm going to avoid strikeout props on the road going forward unless you're just one of those Himothy's that can do it. So, home field matters a lot. So we want lighter strikeouts, 5.5. That's a beautiful line. Plus 110, plus 112. Okay, 80%. I'm liking this already. And we want to go ahead and grab Rodon as well. We'll go and grab his strikeouts too, because I know some people like to take his strikeout props. So lighter 6.4 and a 5.5. That's good enough for me. You can see he's ramped up a little bit. He's doing well. Last time we faced him was September of last year. I don't count that. He's been quite on fire here recently, and he's at home. A's, Atlanta, Seattle, Houston, 5 against San Diego. Okay, cool. We can take that. And then we got Rodon strikeouts. He's at 6.6 on a 6.5. You can see he's usually around 8 or 9, looks like, but he has some days. Oh, damn, recently he's had a lot of days where he's just not hitting that number. Start of the season, man, the first 10 games are great. The last 10, not so much. Let's go matchups. Bullpens, not many dudes available for Texas, huh? New York, there is your New York bullpen. We come on down. Jack versus New York. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Strikeouts, 2 strikeouts. Or no, 1 strikeout. Huh. I'm tempted. I'm liking it so far. Righties for New York. There you go. Judge is finally back in the lineup. Let's see. Texas versus lefties. There you go. That's right. Texas cannot hit damn lefties. Uh-oh. Ooh, how do we play this? Uh-oh. And look at the strikeout percentage. 27, 35, 43, 25, 21, 25, 40. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. We got to go. Hold up. Let's go up here real quick. What is your strikeout history head-to-head versus them? 8, 11, 9. Oh, my God. Okay. Can I take both strikeout props? I might just take both. That might be, because I think he might just mow down Texas because Texas can't hit damn lefties. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? I think that makes sense. And then, did we look at everything here? I don't know if we did or not. Yeah, we didn't look at injuries, though. Let's take a look. Schmidt's out for 60 days. Damn. Oh, he had surgery. He's done. Okay. Slater, Yarbrough. Okay. Yep. Webb. Yep. Cool. Burger. I saw Burger on there. 10-day. Quad strain. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to the bat, see if anybody stands out here. And we go doop, doop, doop. And we load up and we see we have Josh Smith. We have Haggerty, and that's it. That's all we have. So Josh Smith is at 2, which doesn't qualify, and 2.2. Nope, get off my screen. Haggerty is at 2.2 and 2.6 in the last 5. I think I like both pitchers more. I think I want to double dip, but on pitching strikeouts. That just sounds wild to me, but we're doing it. I am doing it. We're taking the hometown guy first, Leiter, over 5.5 Ks, and you can get plus 115 and plus 110. Yeah, good stuff. I like that. It's good. That's good. Nothing crazy. And Rodon is sitting at 140 at 6.5 already at your main book. So yeah, that's fine. We'll take that. So Rodon might just mow these dudes down because they can't hit lefties and they have a high strikeout rate, and he's already got it's good history. This is history versus them. So hopefully he has one of those 8, 9, 10 plus games he's usually having back at the early start of the season. So over 6.5 Ks. Yeah, so we're going to take in both pitchers, strikeout props next. All right, moving on to the potential highest scoring game of the day. And that would be Toronto in Colorado. 210. We took Toronto 1.5 yesterday. Beautiful hit. It was in doubt for a minute, but then all of a sudden Toronto turned on the offense. Like, it's there. 11.5 is our total again. Let's go to the spreadsheet. Remember, it's going to be a hot one. I don't know if you remember the weather, but let me pull that weather report back up for you right quick so you can kind of see. It's going to be, the wind's not an issue. It's just going to be hot. And you know, when it's hot, the ball travels a little bit easier in that thinner air. So, yeah, we might be having like a nice little day of points, please. So, spreadsheet, look at the offense. Even Colorado's offense is good enough to help out for an over, but 11.5 is a lot. So, Toronto might just outscore them again, so we might take that anyway. So neither team's striking out much, which you want to see. Both are getting hits. Averages are high. That's good stuff. Overs might be the play for real. Let's get rid of you two. This is not going to be a pitcher prop day in this one. Let's load it up. Who do we have? Freeland versus Goldsman. Goldsman's been known to give up some runs now, so it might be worth a look. So let's go ahead and just grab both earned runs and see who is up to what. Goldsman, good sir, earned runs. You gave up 5 last time to KC. You gave up 3 here head to head. Last time you faced Colorado, you gave up 6. And that was at home, not even in Colorado. So interesting. Let's see what you do. And we come over here and let's look at Freeland. Freeland's at 2.6. Wilson's at 2.2. Good stuff. And let's go Freeland history too. Yeah, last time he went over. So both pitchers, last time they faced each other, they went over their earned run allotment. So bullpens, there's Rados, there's Torontos. You come on down and we got our bats. We got Freeland versus Toronto. Anybody just tee off? Of our show is a 429 with a home run with a 1.2, pretty good overall. We go to the lefties for Toronto and you can see that. Colorado versus righties, and then Goldsman versus Colorado. And a lot of green. No home runs though, but a lot of green out there. Let's look at some injuries. I keep forgetting about Manoah. I always forget about him. I didn't know he was on. I didn't know he was still pitching. So, Mountain Francis, Shane Beard. Man, look at all the injuries. And then you got the Rockies injuries there. There you go. So, yeah, let's go to the bats because this is definitely going to have some in here if we want to take some of these. Oh, not many. Tovar, Moniak, Beck. Why is it all Rockies? Why? Oh, there is no Toronto players in the HRs. That's weird. That makes me feel more comfortable taking an over now because Tovar's at 3.2 and 2.3. He's close, but no cigar. Moniak is at 2.8 and 2.7. He actually qualifies in my arbitrary cutoff numbers. And then Beck is at 3.6 and 2.3. So I think over 11.5. This might be the play. Moniak's cool and all. He's chill, but yeah, this one will take the over instead. So yeah, let's just rock with that. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. There's your numbers. There we go. We're going to go over 11.5 and move on to that next game. All right, sliding from Colorado, we're going to Los Angeles for a couple games. We got Angels in Tampa, a game I've absolutely left alone the last couple days because there's too much red on the screen. I don't like that much red. 119 for Tampa, 9 total. Get ready. Hide your eyes. Ooh, look at the red. Oh my God. Disgusting. Both bottom 5 in strikeouts, bottom 5 in average, bottom 10 in runs, bottom 5 hits. Yeah, just bad overall. Bad baseball happening in LA. Let's get rid of you two and change this over to that bad game and see who's pitching. Shane Baz, strikeouts, please. Yes. Let me go just grab. Nope, that's hits. Strikeouts, thank you. And then Mr. Anderson, strikeouts, because they're both striking out bottom 5. We have to look at these by law. We have to do this. So Baz strikeouts, 5.4 and a 5.5. He had a couple games of what the hell, because what the hell's even that? 8. You had an 8 against Dodgers last time because Dodgers struck out a bunch, and you're facing the Angels now, so maybe you just don't like LA teams. It could be a thing. Let's go look at your counterpart. Mr. Anderson, 3. That's our 3 is your average on strikeouts? Bro. Ew. Earned runs, 3.4. Baz earned runs, 3.8. Bro. Both pitchers give up runs. Both teams don't want runs. So let's go to matchups. I don't know what this can be a pass, probably, isn't it? We got bullpens for the Angels, bullpen for Tampa. There you go. Slide on down. Anderson versus Tampa. There you go. No home runs, just a couple RBIs, but nothing really. Kim's got 467 average and 15 at bats. That's pretty decent. A lot of nothing though, but it's something. Lefties for Tampa is just not good. What the hell is this? Whoa. You're looking like the Tampa Rangers out here. This isn't good. Angels versus righties and Baz versus Angels. Ah, my God. Oh, this is disgusting. Injuries. Let's take a peek at those real quick. Nope. Injuries and nope. And yeah. All right. Let's go to bats, see if anything's good. So far, this is a pass 100% because this game is absolute garbaggio. And all we have is Trout. Trout's the only thing we have. And he's at 2-17, which doesn't qualify. So get the hell off my screen. Back over to the spreadsheet. Yeah, this is a pass. Absolutely. Next. All right, moving to the other LA team. We're going Dodgers and Cardinals now. Currently, we got 205 Doyers with a 9 total. We go to that spreadsheet. We can see our numbers. And St. Louis has forgot how to play baseball. They don't know what offense is. Offense, what is this? We don't, no, we don't want to do that. Dodgers, 5-5. You see their numbers right there. Both teams, even though Dodgers' numbers are decent, like average, their runs are kind of low. They're combining for 7 total runs. That ain't good, guys. What are we doing? Your total's at 9. Why is it 9? If we have average pitching, under might be the play. It could be the move. It could be the move. Let's get rid of these 2 pitchers, change it up here, go boop, boop, to boop, and we see we have Ohtani versus Liberatore. Now, Ohtani, we need to look at how many damn innings are you even pitching. Secondly, Liberatore, we need to see how many strikeouts you're actually getting because Dodgers like to strike out a good bit recently. So let's go Liberatore strikeouts first. We'll go Ohtani strikeouts first, and then we'll swap over to the earned runs for both of them in a second. So Liberatore is 5-4-0. Did you pitch 3 innings, had 0 strikeouts? For shame on you, good sir. For shame. Earned runs, 2. Not bad. Ohtani strikeouts. His number's at 4.5 now. Yeah, he's doing pretty well. How many innings? So he went 2-2, 3-3-3. So we don't know. I'm assuming they're eventually going to bump into 4 and eventually get him up to like postseason readiness. So he can eventually do like 6, I'm guessing 5 or 6 innings. But for now, they're still taking their sweet time, which they probably absolutely should. They should be doing that. Let's see. Let's go earn runs. Damn, I got so many things for Ohtani up here because he has all of his stats in the same like person. So let's go to where is his earned runs? Way down here. Okay. He's at 0.6, so he's been pretty good. He gave it a couple since he last time out. That's fine. Matchup. There is your bullpen for Dodgers. There's your bullpen for St. Louis. Just stats. We got Ohtani versus them historically. Gorman's got a home run and 3 at bats. That's about it. Righties for St. Louis. Dodgers versus lefties, and Liberatore versus Doyers. No home runs, a couple RBIs, nothing really standing out so far. Injuries, anybody worth note here? Nolan, no. So he was out 3 days ago, so we still got another week without Nolan in the team. Yeah, you take out probably their star player. I guess he's probably a star player. And yeah, makes sense. Other than that, oh man, shameful. To the bats we go, because again, it's a weird day. It's a weird day. The bats, we have Ivan Herrera, okay, Gorman, and Freddie Freeman. Back down to 1.5 where he belongs. None of that 2.5 nonsense anymore. 2-6 and a 1-5. Yuck. What is that? Get off my screen. Can't mess with that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Gorman has 10, 2-7, 3-6. Gorman's on fire. So he is the bright spot amongst the dark night. Just red everywhere. Everywhere on the team, yet Mr. Gorman likes to stand out and shine. So let's look at Freddie Freeman. Yeah, yesterday he got a 2 for us, but man, that's all he could get. He couldn't get that 2.5. I was greedy. What can I say? I said I was going to be greedy. We'll see. And that's what happens when you're greedy sometimes. Now, do I take it again because he's at 3-1 and a 3-6? Hell, I might just do a parlay of both of them. You know what we're going to do? That exact thing. So we're going to go a 2-leg HRR 1.5 parlay. Put that at the bottom of the list for everybody. So the members and everybody. Members get a type list of all the plays. It's worth being a member. So you can see all that. HQ or YouTube. You both get it. So, and we're going to go Gorman slash Freeman. Yep. So that way I can put them both together. That's coming out to what, 140, 130. Hey, even better. And then lastly, and then Freddie Freeman's at 150 something. Yeah, you put them together, you get like a plus what 130. That's fine with me. I'll do a little two-leg parlay there. So outside of that, do I want to take anything in the game for real? For real? No, not really. Not for real. Hell, that might be the play in this one. So, yeah, jeez, yeah. I don't trust the pitching at all. I don't. So yeah, that's gonna be the play. The play is going to be the two legs. So it's gonna be the C two-leg HR parlay. That's the play I'm taking in this one. Next. Okay, moving on from Dodgers, we're going to Miami and Houston. Currently, it's a pick 'em basically with an 8.5 total. We go to the spreadsheet, we look at our numbers, and there's nothing good. A lot of mustard and ketchup. A little more relish out there on that hot dog, but that's a little too much. So a little too much mustard too. Let's go to the props to get rid of these pitchers and see who is actually pitching in this one. See if we have any advantages we want to take advantage of. Johnson Junk is going out there today versus Arrighetti. Both teams are not striking out much, which is probably good for this game. So we're going to go straight earn runs for both these dudes and see who's done what. Junk has been kind of bad his last 3 games. First couple here, not bad. 2025. Yeah, that was his worst start. That was the Yankees in a 12-13 game. What a wild game. And then we got Mr. Arrighetti. What is hell is all of this nonsense on this injuries? So, okay. So Arrighetti's back. So he hasn't pitched since April 5th. And as that's true, as that means he hasn't pitched at all since April 5th? Hold on, let's go find out. Let's do the due diligence so we can make sure. Just want to see something on real quick. Yes, he's pitched a whopping 2 games this season. And if I go 2025, you can see he had 2 starts, Mets, Minnesota, and then he was out. So when I go strikeout props to this man, you can see he was at 5-3. Shame. So, wow. And then Junk is just, yeah. Whew. All right, so what a weird pitching matchup. Let's go. Bullpen, you can see Miami, you can see Houston. There you go. Batters, Junk versus Houston. Historically, bunch of nothing there. Versus righties, there you go. Miami versus righties, and Arrighetti versus Miami, nothing. Injuries, we come down here. You can see those. You can see who's hurt, who's in, and who's out. You are back, obviously, with a fracture. That's why you're out. On your throwing hand? Are you ready? Yeah, broken throwing finger. Uh-oh. We got to see how that first game goes. We got to fade you for sure. So let's go to the bats. Let's get rid of you, get rid of you. Change this to the bats. See what we have up here. It's going to be this one. And we have very few. We have Carlos Correa and Jacob Marcy and Christian Walker. Okay, whatever. I'm down. Carlos Correa. All right. This is going to be your... man. 2.4, last 10, 1.7. Man. He was terrible with Minnesota. And all of a sudden he shows up to Houston and starts balling out, doesn't he? All right. Give him a couple more games and see what happens. Jacob Marcy is at 2.4, and he's only played in 5 games, period. And he's at 2.4. So what do we do? 160? That's too rich. That's too rich. And I don't think he's good enough for 1.5 yet. If you want to take Jacob Marcy, by all means do that. I don't know what. Christian Walker, what are you at? 2.2? Oh my God, I got to pass on this one. There's too many question marks in this one. We're not trying to throw money away, so let's just pass and be smart. Let me show you the spreadsheet one more time. There you go. Next. All right, next up from Miami is going to be Washington and the A's. Sacramento's a favorite right now at 130 with a 9 total. Their bats are crushing right now. They had like 1,000 runs yesterday. How many runs did they actually have yesterday? Let me go and take a look at that real quick. Open up Tuesday. They had 16 runs, but they still gave up 7 to Washington. Crazy times. Washington, 28th in strikeouts at 9.9. Worth noting. Let's take a look. Let's see. Get rid of YouTube pitchers. Change it over to Sacramento and Washington. And we have Jeffrey Springs going out there for one side. Be nice to know who Washington's sending out. Who are they sending out? Cade Cavalli. Or Cavalli, or how do you say that name? I don't know. Let's go learn about Mr. Cade, shall we? We'll learn a little bit of something. Let's go to this, zoom out. Cade, he actually plays for Washington. He has a picture. Good job. He is 26. He's 6'4", 223. He's a righty from the minors. Game log. He does not have a game log. Splits, stats. He has pitched in the majors. He made his major league debut back in 2022, but has not pitched in the majors since. So, yeah. How many games did he actually play in? You played in 1 game, had a 14.5 ERA. 4 innings is all you've ever done. Damn, you gave up 3 doubles. Oh, Jesus. 99 pitches. Damn. That's a lot. Okay, so that was 3 years ago. What? All right. We're just gonna assume you're not that good. Just gonna say it. I don't think you're that good. We do want to see Mr. Spring strikeouts though against Washington and see if that's gonna be worth it to us. And 4.6 on a 4.5 with an upward trajectory. Not really, but maybe. But nah, I wouldn't do it. Matchups. Bullpens, there you go, and there you go. Slide on down. Cade Gavilli, obviously he's only had 1 game, and I don't even know who that was against. Who was that against? I don't care. I do not care that much. It was 2022. So righties for the A's, there you go. Washington versus lefties, and Springs versus Washington. A couple home runs, but that's about it. Injuries, there you go. Muncie. And anybody else on here? Nope, nope. Cool. Gotcha. Good stuff. So let's go to bats and see who we got over here. Change it up. And we got a lot of green. We got a lot of green. We got Carlos Cortez. We got Nick Kurtz. We got Langeliers, who's going to be the play probably, and Soderstrom. Now, can we do a parlay with Langeliers? Because Langeliers has been crushing. 1-2 is absolute garbage. Get off my list. Kurtz, 3 and 4-4. I mean, let's keep it a buck. He's heating up again. But this 20 is doing, let's just because this is such a number that's going to ruin everything, last 5, we'll use just last 5 because 20 is going to throw everything off here. He had a couple bad games, but he had 7 yesterday. So, all right, Kurtz is at what, 150? Yeah, I think we might parlay him with Langeliers at 144. Yeah, absolutely, because he's at 4.8 last 5 and 4.4. Langeliers is the hottest dude in baseball right now. Gotta be, right? I can't think of 2.8. And 2.4. You can almost add Soderstrom if you want to, but I think I'm just going to go with the 2 main ones. So, and that's going to be, so it's going to be another 2 legs. So it's going to be 2 leg HR 1.5 par. Let's see. Yep. And that's going to be KURTZ and Langeliers. Langeliers. So it's going to be both of those. And then we're fading Washington's pitcher, absolutely. So just for the straight game, you can get the A's at 130 on the money line in this one. Why would I not take that and just, how bad is Jeffrey Springs not a bad pitcher. We got earned runs per you. What are you at? 2.5? Going against Cavalli, who's a 14 ERA. Yeah, no, I'm just going to go straight. ATHML, baby. That's going to be the play. This one, money line. But then I'll also add the Kurtz and Langeliers parlay below as well. So next. All right, moving on. 4 games left. Is that right? Yeah, 4 games. KC and Boston's up now. Currently, we have 138 Boston with an 8.5 total. Boston's on a 7-game winning streak. Good God, Boston. Save some wins for the rest of us. Their offense still crushing. KC 6-4. Okay, I see you. Let's go look at the pictures and see what's happening. Boston, neither one striking out, so nothing to worry about there. Dustin May versus Waka Waka. So let's go earn runs for both dudes and kind of just see what's happening out there. Let's see, boop, 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 and we see 1.6 for Waka in the last 5, pretty good. And May's at 4. Damn, May. All right, so the lean goes the bats. Boston slightly streak. Boston home. Boston pitching. KC. Because Walker's actually doing better overall. Let's go head to head. May, last time we faced KC was in June, and he gave up 4 runs. So yeah, we got KC so far with pitching. Let's go bullpen stats. There you go. And then swap to the other side. There you go. Batters, Dustin May versus KC. Witt is 1 for 3 with a home run against him. Righties versus KC. There you go. Boston versus righties. And Waka Waka versus Boston. Toro's 1 for 6. Okay, whatever. Cool. Let's grab some injuries while we're here. Bubich. No, not Bubich. Shame. So, yeah, there's your information there. Cutter. Yep. That's all them. So, let's go to the bats. See if anybody stands out. Because so far, I don't... Story will stand out here, but I don't know if anybody else will with him. So, let's look. Boop. We got Isbell. We got Booby Witz. We got Roman Anthony again. So he'll probably, now he's playing again. Yeah. And Story and Abreu. Okay. Let's go up here. Isbell's at 2.4 and 2.1. Close, but not close enough. Bobby Witt's at 2.4 and 2.7. I'm intrigued by that. Bobby Witt's doing just enough to look good, but damn, that's high. That is very high. I don't know about that. Roman, obviously, yeah, he hasn't played in a couple games, but I still want to take him anyways. Last 5, 2.6, 2.4. I might give him a day to see, because sometimes when he had a couple days off, it was something might have happened. We don't know. They have yet to tell us yet. So I think I think I'm going to be smart. I think I'm going to leave him off just for a day, just to see what happens. I might throw Bobby in instead. Do a Bobby Trevor combo. He's at 3-8 and 3-3. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play for the game here. So it's going to be a two-leg parlay. Two-leg HR parlay. And it's going to be Wit Jr. and Toy Story. I think it's a nice little, combine those two, get a nice little plus potential here. So yeah, over 1.5 for both of those. Anything else I would do? And the last one is Abreu is a 3-2 and 2-1. Abreu's close. Once these zeros go away, he'll be in it too. So Wit, Story, two-leg next. All right, moving from Boston to Atlanta and Milwaukee. Currently is 135 to Atlanta today. Atlanta's favored. Interesting. 8's our total. Let's go to the spreadsheet and see. Miami. Milwaukee's numbers have been crushing offensively. 5-game streak, 8-2, doing work. Atlanta 3-7. Let's see what's happening over here with the pitches. Get rid of you two, change it up. Who's going out there today? That would be Brew Crew and Bravos. And is Spencer Strider going to be against Quintana? Well, both are doing well with strikeouts. Let's go straight for earned runs to see how these two are doing. I think Strider's been giving up runs. I'm pretty sure he has. 2-4 for Quintana and 2-2 for Strider. So they're about the same. There's no real difference. Let's go matchup. Let's go bullpens. There you go. You can see both of them. Move on down. Strider versus Milwaukee. Historically, there's no data really. Milwaukee versus righties, all over the place. Atlanta versus lefties, and Quintana versus Atlanta. Albies hates this man. 16 at bats, 500. He's 8 for 16 with 3 home runs and a 1.7. All right, Albies, I see you. Bolsa's got a home run. I kind of see why Atlanta's favored now. That makes a lot of sense. So let's go injuries real quick while we're here. I'll look at them. There you go. I'll show them off. Schwellenbach, no. Acuna, no. Yes. Anyways, let's go back to the bats. Get rid of you and change you over to you. And let's see what we got. A lot of green down here. So all of our HRs are here. Collins, Perkins, Ortiz, Yelich. All Brewers. That's good for Milwaukee. Collins, 3-6 and 2-9. So Collins qualifies actually. So, and we compare to Perkins, 3-2-3. Does not qualify. Sad. Ortiz, 3-8 and 2. He's about to qualify. My God, once his zero's gone, he's going to qualify. And lastly, Yelich does qualify, 4-4 and 3-2. So he's already at plus numbers right here. So I might just take Yelich, but then Collins has been raking too. My God, they're both at plus. Do I just take both of them? I don't really want to take Milwaukee or Atlanta. I just want to take both player props. So let's just do that. We're going to double dip our chip again because we can. Why not? So boop, boop. I want to take both of them. I want it. Collins, let's see. Collins over 1.5 HR. Yeah, he qualifies and he's plus juice. Yeah, sign me up. Strider's, he's still getting in form, it looks like. I don't know. He's not as dominant as he was before the injury. I don't know. I like Strider. But look, that's his earned runs. He's given up at least 2. How many hits you giving up? Yeah, you give up some hits. All he needs is a hit and a run or a hit and RBI or 2 hits. You know how it works. HR, I've learned HR is fun to play. It's kind of like threes in basketball. I love playing threes. Everyone does. So they annoy you? Yeah, occasionally, but they're just so fun. They're so fun. So yeah, I'm going to take both of those HR next. All right, only a couple games left. And we got Arizona and San Diego. San Diego got the win yesterday. Currently, it's 139 San Diego with a 9.5 total. Spreadsheet, load them up. And Arizona's offense struggling. Look at all the Padres logos. My God. So clearly, it's San Diego. There's no point wasting time here. Let's go ahead over here. Pitching. Who's going out there? And we need to load up this game here. And we see we got Court. Oh my God, I forgot they traded for Nasty Nesta. Every time I see Cortez, I cannot get the picture of him after his look when he's walking off the field after Freeman just slaps that grand slam in the World Series. Freeman took the man's soul. So the Padres, like, you know what? Let's trade for that man and just let's terrorize him more so he can play the Dodgers like 16 times a year now. Oh man, this has got to be a first game for them, right? It has to be. So let's go ahead and look at earned runs and take the over potentially. I can't wait till they play LA. Over is earned runs. Sorry, I've got to. DeSclafani, however the hell you say that. Let's take a look. That's a bullpen guy. It's got to be, right? Cortez, yeah. Yeah, in his first game of the season, he faced New York. And look what they did. They put an 8 spot and then here, and then has he done anything else this season? Or did he go bullpen or did he get hurt? I gotta see. Hold up. I'm not sure. I want to make sure I'm right. Man, poor Nestor. Poor. I feel bad for the man a little bit, just to keep it real. A little bit. So let's go up here and zoom. Nasty. He ain't got no background picture. Come on, ESPN, hook him up. Let's see. No, he's literally only pitched in 2 games. He had this terrible outing, and then he had a better outing, and then yeah, I believe he got hurt. Right? News? No, nothing. He hasn't pitched in a while, so first game in forever. First game since April 3rd. Oh my God, we got to fade that. I have to. Sorry. Head to head, you're facing Arizona, and Arizona's offense is terrible right now. What? Oh, buddy. All right, let's go look at their opponent. You were at 4. Okay, over. Sorry, Arizona should get some runs off this man, and San Diego's gonna get runs off of this guy because he's only started 2 games in the last season or this season. Head to head, nothing. 2025, yeah, 2 games. How many games have you actually pitched in is a question. Anthony, load that up. Come with me. Let's do it again. And we see he's pitching a bunch, but he's only started 2. So this is why I like having bullpen stuff now, so I can see. Last outing, he gave 4 earned runs to the A's. Not good sir. So I'm already liking the over of 9.5. Absolutely loving this. Let's go matchups. Let's learn bullpen stuff. There you go for both teams. Yep. And then we come down here. Anthony versus San Diego. There's a home run for Machado. 2 home runs with 278 for Tatis and 18 at bats. 2 home runs for Diaz and 14 at bats with a 429 average. And then there's a 5 for 6 for Louis, Mr. Single himself. Yes. Lots of things out there, except for Cronenworth. Don't do Cronenworth, not good. Righties for San Diego, a lot of green, very nice. Arizona versus lefties, Nasty versus Arizona. Yeah. I'm going bats. I'll show you the bats, but I'm almost positive I'm just gonna say this over 9.5. It just seems like the best way to go. Boop, and let's see, Padres, load it up. Not much here. We have Laureano, we have Jackson Merrill, 2.5, bruh. Goriel, Alex Thomas did nothing. I don't think Alex Thomas hit yesterday. Pretty sure he didn't. Ramon is at 3, 4, and 3. Who? Huh? What? Who is you? You're just showing out all of a sudden. Like, what are these numbers? You're trying to get a paycheck, aren't you? Look at that. Impressive, good sir. Jackson Merrill, 3, 6 with a 2.8. That qualifies. Goriel, 3, 4 with a 2.1. Close to qualifying. And then we have Alex Thomas, who did nothing for us yesterday, obviously, but he's still 3, 2, and 2, 2. Now he doesn't qualify. Shame. So yeah, we have 2 dudes. We have Ramon and Jackson Merrill. If you want to combine the 2, Jackson's already at +1 something, which isn't good. And Ramon is at -1 something. What? 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 I could just say both of these because 130 is not bad. I could just say both and call it a day, but then I like the over. But then again, I don't really want to do anything with Arizona's offense. Decisions. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna parlay them both. Let's have some fun. Let's do 1.5 HR parlay number 4. That is going to be Merrill and who? What's his name? Ramon Laureano. Yes, Laureano. Yes, if I could spell, that would be beautiful. There we go. So we're gonna put those 2 into a parlay together and get some nice plus juice because yeah, I want to take the over. I really lean the over, but I just do not trust Arizona's offense. I'm sorry, I just can't until they show a little more life. It's 3 runs and 5.9. Yeah, that's beautiful. That comes out to 8.9. The total's 9.5. If the total is 8.5, I'll probably take the over, but I need a little help, Arizona. I mean, you might get it, but then again, Nasty might come back and all of a sudden Nestor just shows up and just all of a sudden he's a beast. So that scares me too. So this way, I just take 2 of the San Diego top dudes on the HRR, put them together for a nice plus reward. I'm down for that. Next. Last game is going to be Chicago and the Seattle Mariners. Currently, you can see it's 250 Seattle, 7.5 is our total. We took Chicago +1.5 yesterday. Numbers said to. Seattle said, nah. It just punched them right in the mouth. So it happens occasionally. Numbers sometimes don't matter. So you can see, we go over here to the spreadsheet, see our numbers. Yeah, they're falling off a little bit because you just got beat up a little bit last couple games. 1, 2, lost 2. You can see everything there. Cool. Let's head over here to the pitchers, shall we? And see what we have. Yeah, not that one. That one, yeah. Kirby versus Cannon. White Sox are #1 in strikeouts at 6 per game. So I know Kirby's a strikeout dude, but I'll show it to you, but not that I'm going to take. Oh, I don't want a new window. Empty it away. Give me a new tab. Thank you. And Kirby, 6-6 on a 5-5. Could be the move. It still could be the move. Head to head, he did strike out 7, literally back in, what was that? that was last season when we're talking about. Last 10, he's only hit this line 50% of the time. That's concerning. That's concerning. I want to leave that alone. So what's your earned runs looking like? 2 and 2. What's your earned runs looking like? 3.2. So clearly Kirby's the better pitcher. We know this. There's no discussion there. The bats are leaning Chicago slightly, but let's go matchups and look. Bullpen 1, bullpen 2. There you go. Kirby versus Chicago history. Look at the, let's see, 2 for 2 on strikeouts. Yeah, some high strikeout numbers here. I might still go Kirby anyways. Chicago starting to slip, and that ain't good for them. So, yep. And then Seattle versus righties. Cannon versus Seattle. I don't like this. Let's go to the bats. I'm loving some bat props. Man, you all talked me into bat props, and now I'm loving it. So, oh man, I can't believe. But hey, they're fun stuff, aren't they? Man, look at all the green. So much green. So many HRs, my God. Brooks Baldwin, Polanco, Sosa, and Montgomery were a beautiful little two-leg yesterday. They both hit home runs. How beautiful was that? And Lou Robert also joined. I could have took a 3-leg if I wanted to. Brooks Baldwin, 1-2. Hell no, get off my screen. It's a half. I'll show it to you. 1-2 and 1-6. He's at a half if you want to take it. I'm not. Polanco, he's at 3 and 2-1. Close, but not good enough. Sosa, 3-4 and 2-8. It'll absolutely be on my list again today. Crawford, 2-6 and 1-5. Ew, hell no. Cole Young, 2-6 and 1-5 is a no. And Montgomery, 3-2 and 2-7. Again, I might just do the same parlay I did yesterday. And then I might just do a 3-leg with Robert as well. I know they're all 3 on fire. They're all on fire. And they all got plus numbers there, haven't they? No, you're at 160, but you're at half again. And you're at 1.5, but you're plus. Ooh, what do we do? 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 Matchup. Let me go back to the picture and take a look again real quick. Let's see, Chicago versus Kirby. Anybody do good? Jolks is 3 for 3. That doesn't. Sosa's 0 for 2. That doesn't help me much. Montgomery's never faced him. And Robert's 0 for 5. You know what? I want to roll the dice. I want to have a little fun. These 3 dudes are on fire, and I kind of want to just take advantage of that. So this is gonna be parlay number 5. My God, we got all these little random little baby parlays. I like this. This is new. Let's go back and put this on the screen so you can see it while I do this. Change this 4 to a 5, and that. Boom. So this one, I'm just going to literally go back and show you what I'm doing here. It's going to be Sosa at 1.5, Montgomery, and this is going to be a juicy parlay because I'm going to bump this to 1.5. 1.5, I'm going to do it for him too because he qualifies for 1.5. So it's going to be Montgomery and Robert Jr. Doing all 3 together. We're going to, yeah, this is going to be like a little small ticket right here. It's going to be good stuff. So we're going to take all 3 of them put together. So Montgomery, Sosa, Robert, all are doing great. We're going to take all 3. I know he's a good pitcher, but we do 1% for a reason. So that's a parlay right there. I think we're done, and I don't have a money line today. I'm just not feeling a money line. Probably nothing really stood out. The only one I even took was the A's. So I think we're just going to be straight done. How's that sound to you? Is that good? Okay, cool. We're going to get the schedule. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have a there'll be a video, but it'll be a very short video, only 4 games. So I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing. Check out Outlier with their new stuff now. Check out the HQ for the spreadsheets, or you want the plays typed out in a nice list so you can easily just track it, read it, whatever. Other than that, I appreciate you being here, and I will see you tomorrow on Thursday for a very, very short MLB slate. Peace.